How are you? I'm great, and I hope you are too. I'm Paula Andrea Pyle, and this is Mode of Cosmic Therapy. Yes, sir, Mode of Cosmic Therapy. We each have a mode of cosmic therapy, whether we're aware of it or not. Hello, Mitzi. I'm so glad to see you, darling. You know how much joy it brings to me each time we come together and I can see your beautiful smiling face behind the camera. And Sandy, I'm sending my love, my joy, and all kinds of delightful energies for you today back in the control room doing your magic. And a very special thank you to all of the wonderful people here at RTN Television Network in Raleigh, North Carolina. And how about y'all? Do you think I'm glad you're with me? Yes, I am. I'm so glad I can hardly stand it. How about how cold it is outside? I told Mitzi I thought about keeping on the coat. I got a gorgeous coat today. Well, I didn't get it today, but I was going to wear it today. And I was going to keep it on, but it's really warm in the studio, so that didn't work out. And usually anything that I even plan in an instant gets changed in the same instant, because that's what life is about. Life is about chaos. Life is about disruption. Lice. Ooh, where did that come from, Mitzi? Okay. For any of you who have never watched me before, did I thank all y'all that do watch me all the time? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I have so much fun. That's what I was telling Mitzi too before we started. I have so much fun, I can hardly stand it. Said that twice, so I might use that phrase today. But anyway, for those of you who have never seen me before, that's what I do. This is totally off the cuff. I have no script. I don't know what I'm going to do. That's life. It runs along like a horse. We're on a mule, and the mule knows where it's going. By the end of the day, it heads right straight to the barn. So, when I have words that jump out, like lice, what an unusual word, Mitzi, lice, we're going to be using as a theme today. We're going to be using that will be relevant, and we're going to see in just a moment how it is relevant. Because I take words and I go behind them, and I find out what's underneath. There's something underneath that's running all the time in your life, in my life, in Mitzi's life, in Sandy's life, in the whole world's life. There's this energy that's running, and when we can get in contact with it, it's not going to get in contact with us. Never, never, never mistake that. We get in contact with us, and then we will vibrate as in unison. But the thing is, in order to live and to live fully, we're continually throwing ourselves out of order. That's how we live. If we ever got to that equilibrium, well, then we're dead. I'm literally dead, because all of life is to throw things out of order in order to stay away from equilibrium. What did I just say? I said that there's a bunch of chemical reactions going on all the time. Our molecules are talking to each other, telling each other what they need to do. I mean, I'm talking about right down to the little teeniest, tiniest thing that you do. Did you see me raise my hand? Did you see me raise my other hand? There were thousands upon thousands of chemical reactions that took place just so that I'm able to do that. But because I'm able to do that, I'm able to live. If these molecular interactions and conversations were not taking place, I'd be dead. I'd be gone. My flesh would decompose, disintegrate, and I would become one with the universe. Now, when I speak about all of us being one, we are one. We're one from the original source of everything, but we are unique. Well, 0.1% of all of us are unique in our DNA. Everything else is exactly the same. My DNA and Mitzi's DNA is 99.9999999% the same. But that's 0.1%, that's what makes us unique. And that uniqueness is what we're here to express, which makes the whole entire shebang-a-boom-a-boom work. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use numerology. I always use numerology. It's an ancient science that is sacred and divine, and it does, in fact, show you the hidden revelations. Revelations. How about revelations? How about that word? Turn the letters backwards. Everything has meaning. And you know, when it seems like, in your life as well as mine, that we're making a mistake, but I know there are no mistakes. But when you make a mistake, that mistake was supposed to happen so that something else would happen. You know, these chemical reactions all the time. This lock, this key, all the time looking to find it so it can connect. And when it connects, it creates something else. That's what we're about all the time. Creating something else, something new, something original, something wonderful. And so, when we say words, or look at words, or call words, normally we assign a meaning to those words, and that's where we stop. You know, if I was to say this is a pair of glasses, and that's all it is, well, it's much more than that. Do you know how much this is vibrating and gyrating? And what else is it doing? It is waves, and it is molecules, and it is atoms, and it is chemical reactions, and it is part of everything that is taking place in the entire galaxy. And just because I'm sitting here and twirling these glasses, it's causing millions of other things to work. So nothing is ever out of order. So if I drop the glasses were supposed to be dropped so something else would work. Did you get that? If you did, you got a molecular lesson in chemistry that is a high physics and quantum subject. But to start with, we're going to see why I use the word lice in this theme. Whatever it's going to be. I don't know what it's going to be. That's why I have so much fun. Because it comes to me just like it comes to you. I don't have a clue. That's so doggone much fun. Do you realize how much fun that is? Let's see. All right. In numerology, the consonants are the personality of the word, and the vowels are the heart. And each letter carries a certain vibrational element. Whoa, carries a number. All right, let's see what we're going to do. Lice, 14. Okay, I'm going to add them together. I'm going to reduce them down. That's what I'm going to do. 12 and 5 is 15. All right, here we go. 14, 15, we get a 29. If you've seen my show before, I always use 29 as the primary number in changing directions. And I was already talking about how we are changing directions all the time. These molecules, these atoms, this nucleus in that atom that's trying to attract that electron that's spinning and spinning and spinning. Okay, all of it is going in this haphazard way in order to create life, to create energy, to maintain the mass that you think that we see and that we are. So we're changing directions at all times. Okay, we're also, this 14 right here, that in the tarot cards, that's the 14th card, and I'm thinking it's temperance. I'm thinking right, too, this time. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you, too, darling. If, in fact, I ever, y'all see me, and you try to follow me, let me see, she made a mistake. There are no mistakes. If I added up that to be 27, that's what it was supposed to be for that moment in time in order to make everything else work. You can't construct it. You can't manipulate it. You can't direct it. It is going on in spite of you. And you get in touch with it. It does not get in touch with you. I think we already said that. But anyway, 14, that's temperance. Also, in the Kabbalah, it's Samek. Okay? And it's called one definition for this moment, for this hour, for this day is balance. And guess what kind of balance I am talking about? People always think that's harmony. That's what they think that is, harmony. Okay? Resonating harmony. Balance is chaos. Chaos. Complete and utter chaos. If we, as I'm standing here, if there were not countless billions, I think the last that I heard, 50,000 billions of cells in our body, and each one of them is communicating. They're talking a language. They're telling each thing what to do. Things that we're aware of, and many, 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 many more things that we're unaware of. So we are walking chaos, an accumulated, vibrational, sensational, energetic, bio-electromagnetic formulation of conversations that's going on behind the scenes. And that's what I'm talking about. This harmony, this balance is based on chaos. Chaos. Let's see what chaos is. I'm not going to hold them out. I'm going to go ahead and be lazy today. Okay, what do we got? We got a 7 in the middle of chaos. Silence. Complete and utter silence. Silence in the middle of chaos. Can you imagine it? Can you imagine it? Can we imagine it? Oh, how about this ring? I love this ring. You like that? I love the ring. I just got the ring. In the middle of this chaos is complete and utter silence. It is also, you've seen me do this 1,000 million times, God's number, Goddess, it is. All right, so what's the bottom? 11, 12. You got to get out of here because you know that's a 19, Mitzi. And every time, all day long, on Saturday, 3 times. That is the sun. What does the sun represent? It represents innocence. Innocence. So, in the middle of chaos alone, do we find this silence that is the innocence that is uninterfered and uninterrupted and undisturbed by us. In other words, we cannot put our hands in it to change the direction, to hurry up the date of something, to cause the date to be delayed. We are in the midst of this chaos all the time. And so to become comfortable with this lice that you immediately want to rid and get rid of and dispose of, we need that. If in our lives we contract lice in our heads, we need that. We need that for the moment that it happens. You're going to sit there and go through one heck of a time nitpicking those little suckers out. But you may have needed to take that time for the 6 hours it'll take to pick out every one. You're going too fast. Your life is moving. You're moving too fast. Your life itself is doing fine. But you're trying to find your rhythm. Your rhythm in this chaos. So, changing direction, lice. And what did I say? I forgot the other sentence I was going to go with. We'll get back to that in just a moment. But with the sun, I always love it when the sun shows up because we're talking about nitrogen. And you know, 80%, almost 80% of the atmosphere we breathe is infused with nitrogen. And yet nitrogen will kill us. You figure that out. Okay, let's see what nitrogen is. Just, Mitzi, do you mean to tell me that nitrogen is going to start with that cement? Huh? Is it going to start with this number 14 right there? The heart of lice. Nitrogen is going to start that way. We got a 9. We got a 20. Look at me holding them out. I said I wasn't going to do it today. Okay, 7, 5. Starts and ends. Starts and ends with Samek. Starts and ends with balance. starts and ends with chaos. Starts and ends with a vibration. You know, that's what's so amazing to me. Just like me standing here before you and you're seeing an image. But really, and I mean the people that are here that are with me or I'm with them, we can reach out and we think that we're touching this form. But we are vibrational energy. That's what we are. And we're more space than anything. But anyway, let's just say in the middle of that sun is that nucleus, is that nitrogen fusion taking place that we are immersed in. Wow, I didn't know I was going to do a chemistry lesson today. 24, 29, shut up. Mitzi, did I say shut up? Now let me do it again. You know, sometimes, 9, 15, 24, and 29. So the heart of nitrogen is what? Is the same number as lice. The heart of nitrogen is the same number as lice. The same thing, the thing that we think destroys us is what we need. You know, lice, the idea of lice. Oh my God, it's terrible. I can't stand it. Okay, nitrogen, we are bathed in it. We breathe it. The trees exchange it in photosynthesis. It's loaded in our feces and our urine that we eliminate. Without it, we could not exist. At the same time that we're existing, between this end and this end, we are heading towards death. That's what we're doing. When we were born, we were born to die. Well, in the meantime, we've got to stay turned up, turned over, turned out, turned in order to live in this vibrational energy. We don't create energy. Energy cannot be destroyed. It cannot be destroyed. It cannot be created. You know, when we leave from here, this body will stay on this earth and we'll go and fuse with all that